Hey guys, Cdrama Invasion here, and I was looking forward to this video all year. I'm going to try to keep it like within 30 seconds because there's literally 20 plus categories and we'd be here all day. So I do have full reviews for most of these dramas. Just give it a little search. I'll try to add as many cards as possible on screen, but I think it'll be super annoying if a pop-up happens every literal 30 seconds. So I'll only do like a couple, but just know that I have a whole playlist for Asian dramas that I reviewed this year. Next year, we'll be doing the same thing if you guys like this. I usually do just top 10s like worst dramas of the year or disappointing dramas, and then top 10 best. But this year, I was like struggling so hard. But I think I'll still put out that because you guys love it. But we'll change it up here because I do want to talk about other dramas like that I don't get to talk about, like guilty pleasures, just like some fun little categories, OSTs, or some K-dramas, and just give it a bit of a mix. So without further ado, I'm just going to jump on into it. Let's do a review of all of these categories. So first off is costume drama of the year. Then we got modern drama of the year, best fantasy or xianxia, best non-romantic dramas, short series of the year, my picks for hidden gems of the year, best BL, and I also had to write like censored BL because we know China. And guilty pleasure of the year, just a fun little category that I thought maybe you guys can relate. Like not the best ones out there, but something I got addicted to. And reminder that this is subjective. And also, if you don't see a drama, most likely I haven't completed it or I'm saving it for later. I also have that category coming up. So category 9, best OST. 10 is for best cinematography, best couple, best friendship, most disappointing dramas, worst drama of the year, most improved actor and or actress, my top actors of the year, my top actresses of the year, my save for later list, and we also have best K-drama, non-romance K-drama, most disappointing K-dramas, hidden gem K-drama, and a favorite older drama that I've watched this year. Let's jump in with my pick for the costume drama of the year. I chose 2, and for most of these categories, I choose 1 to 2 dramas unless it's like a third drama that really does match that category. So for some of them, I did add like a K-drama pick, but I chose The Double and Are You the One? And my reasoning is The Double is just so iconic. It is the drama that started it all in terms of like melodrama, in terms of quick pacing and chemistry, politics, very well acted. Such a good all year round drama. And if you think about like top dramas of this year, like this has to be up there. Super intense. If you're looking for one that never loses sight of the plot, this one is it. But it hits all those emotions from romance to revenge. It's so good. Has 40 episodes, no skips in this one. Next is Are You the One? I feel like not a lot of people watch this. I love it so much. I rave about it on my channel. It has 40 episodes. I just love the romance between these two and how slow burn it was. It stars Jang Won-yi and Wang Chu-ran. But obviously, my favorite part has to be Jang Won-yi's amazing facial expressions. He's so hilarious here. I've never seen him like this. He's so good with all these facial expressions. And I love that there's just so much comedy in it, even though it's a setup with an assassin and she loses her memory. She wakes up and she's like, husband, and he's like the enemy, and he's like, okay, keep your enemies closer. So he takes her in, and obviously they fall in love, but it's really sweet and just very well done. Entertained throughout the whole drama. I literally said to keep it under 30 seconds, but I knew I wasn't going to be able to do that. But I will speed through as much as I can. So my next pick is for modern drama of the year. This, I only have one, and it's Will Love in Spring. It stars Li Shan and Zhou Yutong, and my goodness, this drama blew me away. Guys, I am not the biggest fan of modern romances, and not because I'm a hater. It's just there's none that really captures me. Everything is like 40 episodes, like dumb drama stuff that can be cured with like some communication, or it's just so draggy. I feel like historical drama is fine. Modern romances, there's rarely any that I love. This one, 21 episodes, perfect pacing, and it deals with so much more than your simple romance. It has mature leads and also morally gray leads. So female lead is also disability representation. She literally has one leg, and it is a prominent part of this, and it's built into her character so well that, yeah, when she does toxic things, it all kind of reflects back to how hard she works to be on the same level as everybody else because of this disability. There's just beautiful moments about grief, family. Male lead also has a very unique job as funeral director. He also does like makeup for the dead, and yeah, there's a lot of heartbreaking things as well, but overall just very well balanced. I love it, and check out my reviews for more details. Next is best fantasy or shansha category. This one I chose 2 dramas. First off is Love Game in Eastern Fantasy, then we got The Legend of Shenli. So starting with Love Game in Eastern Fantasy, I think one of my favorite tropes ever is transmigration, and you have some great chemistry between these two who acted in another drama called Moonlight together. So it stars Ding Yuxi and Esther Yushushin. They have such a sweet romance in here, but it is like a very true adventure-based series, and I love that. I do think that a lot of people are put off about her like voice, but if you can look past that, or once you get used to it, you'll definitely love this drama. Also has great costuming, just vibrant, fun vibes with good CGI. The Legend of Shenli also has phenomenal CGI and amazing casting as well. Another reunion, and maybe it's a theme, and I like it because, well, it depends. Reunions can be hit or misses. Some is just a money grab, but luckily this is not the case. Zhao Liying and Kenny Lin has been in Princess Agent's very iconic drama that shaped the C-drama world, especially like costume dramas. So obviously I was looking forward to this pairing, and they did pull it off. I love that it's a lighter drama compared to their last collaboration, and it was literally the only good drama that came out of the first like quarter of the year. There wasn't much, but this was really, really fun, and it has really beautiful scenery that was very calming to me, especially like greenery and the parts where they were just living in seclusion. That was the standout for me. Best non-romance dramas. My 2 picks are both mystery dramas, and even though 19th Floor does have romance, it's not really a big part of the drama. Okay, starting with Regeneration, this stars Jingbo Ran and Zhou Yiran. Female lead plays a journalist. She's invited to attend a memorial service of the male lead, along with 5 other strangers. They all have these different versions of him, and on his will, it's like he locked them in this room, and he's like, until you all tell your truths of who I was to you, you're not gonna leave this room. Super interesting. 10 episodes. Such a interesting take in this mystery genre that I haven't seen done a lot in C-dramas. 19th Floor is 30 episodes long, and it stars Sun Qian and Wei Jiming. This is a super fun one that I found. It was at the beginning of the year when there wasn't that much interesting things, but I found this one super fun because it's a death game and it's an adventure thriller. There's some like CGI issues here and there, but overall very well made. A bunch of university students wake up and find themselves in a VR game. Of course, it's a death game, and I thought each level was very interesting. They're all like traditionally based, so I learned a lot from it. With mythology, they used Chinese elements, which I thought was very fun to learn. And there's like myths and legends. There's different levels with different backgrounds, just like any other game. And obviously it gets progressively harder, and everybody's bonds get progressively closer, but at the same time, with this genre, there's bound to be some betrayals. Next category is short series of the year. And I chose 2 dramas. These were the standout of the year for me. First is Fortune Writer, which I actually rewatched, and I barely do that. This one was just super fun. And second one is Secrets of Shadow Sect. By the way, almost all of these dramas are available on YouTube with English subtitles, so watch them after this video. I swear Lee Moo Chen is just one of those actresses that slays whatever role they're in. She was in Provoke previously, but I really enjoyed her here as well. Male lead is played by Ye Shangjia, and it has 24 episodes, only around 15 minutes each. This is about a rebirth situation where female lead is stuck in this time loop where she is eventually betrayed and meets the worst tragic ending ever. And obviously she wants to go against the grain. And there's this book where she's trying to write things and rewrite the plot. It actually is pretty dark for beginners, so it's not as light and fun as you think it is. I would say beware. There's so much chemistry in here. Explosive. But it's really how you get there that is the most fun. Loads of twists and turns. Think The Double, but just on a lower budget and shorter series. Next is Secrets of Shadow Sect, starring Lin Zhihui and Hu Yiyao. It has 10 minutes an episode, and you can binge it like a movie length, which is why I love these series. I found that the chemistry stood out a lot. Female lead starts off like as this cold ruler in this assassin empire. Male lead works for a rival organization. She's kind of like a playgirl, you know, with her own harem of men, but really never gave her heart out to any of these guys. And she ends up falling for the male lead. He has a change of heart, of course, and they take down the evil bad guys together. It's really sweet, great styling, definitely super like underrated or like a hidden gem with only 24 episodes, so really good pacing. All of these usually are, but sometimes the quality like differs greatly, and this one I feel like is better than a lot of like trashy quick money grabbers. Like there's some thought and intention into the designs and cinematography. And the winners for the hidden gems of the year, technically the first one I wouldn't say is fully hidden gem because a lot of people know of it, but I feel like it's not talked about as much. But in this like medium-sized community, everybody loves it. It's Blossom in Adversity. Such a good drama, and I do not love business dramas because they're like the same thing, but this one was super interesting. 40 episodes starring Zhang Jingyi and Hu Yitian. This is about a female lead who is from this wealthy family. One day something happened and basically they are like homeless now and they have to start from the ground up. All the men are sent out to a labor camp and they really have to fend for themselves. There's like pettiness, there's drama, obviously so many women, and all of these women before were kind of like fighting for the inheritance, but now when you're stuck with nothing, they really have to come together, and I found it really touching and realistic in some parts. So that was the best thing. Romance is slow but like super healthy. It has enough to get you like interested, but it's definitely about the female lead's adventure, and it was such a satisfying drama. I mean, who doesn't love a underdog story? And second pick is Riverside Code at Qingming Festival. I'm almost done watching this, but you guys recommended it to me and I was blown away by the quality of this drama. Oh my gosh. It stars Zhang Songwen, Bai Bai He, and Zhou Yiwei. And oh my goodness, I cannot believe it's so high quality and not a lot of people talk about it. I think just from the first episode alone, you'll fall in love with this drama. It has such an interesting dynamic because we're following real common folks, like not wealthy people, not anyone with a good backing. It's actually two people that are just in love, a couple. They've been married for 15 years. And what happens is on this night of a festival, the wife character got harassed by this like evil minister, and he ends up deceased because female lead, yeah, she stabbed him. And then we got this group of investigators. The leader is played by Zhou Yiwei, who is amazing, charismatic. It's very tension-filled, and a lot of craziness happens as well. But it's just the lead's trying to get away with it, and the pressure is on because he's really onto them from the second he meets them. So there's that, but there's also loads of other mysteries. Review to come soon, so stay tuned. Then we got Best BL / Best Censored BL, and of course, like, kind of the only one that came out this year that I watched was The Spiral Realm, and I was so surprised because it has all of the tropes that China hates, let's be honest, like the unlimited flow situation, or like the supernatural plus horror. So you got like gore, you got like dark themes, you also have BL. Yeah, so this one is censored, so there's no explicit, nothing going on. The only thing is they stare deeply into each other's eyes, and that's it. And the whole thing, I think it was dropped in a couple hours and got deleted. So thank you whoever decided to do that from the iQIYI team. Such a good drama. When I watched it, no good subs. But okay, the first few episodes was a little bit jarring, I would say, because it has choppy editing, and I had to look past it because it's definitely not supposed to air at all. But with 78 episodes, you're like, WTF? But it's only 20 minutes, so it's basically a normal 38 episode type of show. It stars Shazi Guang and Huang Junjie. It's a death game where male lead enters a virtual reality through different doors. There's so many cool things in this one, just like 19th Floor, but I think it's done more creatively just because we got more time to spend with the characters. I need to make a review for this because at the time I didn't know if I should, because it was kind of like wiped off the internet. Nobody was talking about it, but I'll definitely do it whenever I have time. But it's really, really good. Stick with it. And I was just so surprised. All of the fun horror tropes were here. So if you're a horror fan, like I said, censored, so it's like off screen or fade to black. So don't worry about gore and stuff. It's just kind of alluded to. Lots of like creepy moments. That we got sci-fi horror. We got like Stephen King tropes that were like referenced. We also have like a bunch of classic school myths and legends. I loved it. My other pick is a K-drama, and it's called Love for Love's Sake. This was so much fun. It's a transmigration story. It's fast-paced, has some mystery into it, and KBLs are really bringing the experimental sides to it, and I'm really happy that I watched this one. It is only 8 episodes, and it stars Lee Tae-vin and Cha Ju-won. I do like the themes of mental health. There was like depression in here. Like, even though it's very sweet and fluffy, there are those moments. There's some deeper moments too, and I'm very surprised by this because with the runtime of like 30 minutes, only 8 episodes, a lot of these dramas just kind of don't touch upon those things. And with the transmigration too, I was like, how will they wrap it up? But it was very satisfying. Oh my gosh, I gotta speed run this because we're not even halfway through the categories, and like I don't want this to be an hour long. Okay, let's move on to Guilty Pleasure of the Year. So I chose In Blossom and Dawn is Breaking. Starting with Dawn is Breaking, this one stars He Xuan-lin. I checked it out because of her, but also Richard Lee. I liked his acting, I just didn't like some of his other works. But this one I did enjoy. She is a little bit stiff here. This was definitely way before Starry Love, and her acting improved so much right now. But this one was not it at first. it was very forceful, but after you get over that, I thought it was worth it. 30 episodes. This one isn't like the best, it's not perfect and all, but I was very surprised by how dark it got. There was so many moments where I was shook and I had to know more, and I actually cared about the side characters a lot, so that's why I chose that one. Second one is In Blossom, starring Zhu Jingyi and Liu Shuiyi. This one, I would say I enjoyed it, but it kind of fizzled out at the end, the second half, but overall still quite memorable to me. I really did enjoy Zhu Jingyi in like this evil character. I thought the swap, like the body swap trope, was very interesting. And also male lead was great until they kind of got boring and got overshadowed by the second couple. But I thought Zhang Huizhi, which is the female lead with like the original face, that original timeline, she was so good with him, and she really set it off like and made their chemistry really solid. And yeah, I thought the writing was very interesting, the plot was interesting until the halfway point. Like it falls off, but then it gets back on. Either way, enjoyed it. Didn't love certain aspects about it, so full details in the review video on my channel as usual. But yeah, I want to know what your guilty pleasure picks of the year are. Now on to the other fun categories. I have OST of the year, and I loved Lost You Forever so much, as well as Will Love in Spring. I thought they were so good that I had to download it like immediately, and I still remember the tune, and it's giving me flashbacks right now. So I recommend Shang Liu's theme. I think it's my favorite, but honestly, the whole OST album is so good. The one that stood out to me the most, and it took me forever to find this one because it was all in Chinese writing, but I finally found it. It's called Confusing by La Su. It is such a standout. It's giving jazzy vibes. So perfect for this drama. Like maybe it'll convince you to watch this drama. That's how good it is. So hauntingly beautiful. And of course, for like K-dramas, so basic, I know, but Queen of Tears is generally that drama that is so good. And no matter who you are, I feel like you'll resonate if you have a heart. Love You With All My Heart is just the sweetest like ballad. His voice is honey and the lyrics are so beautiful. Then for best cinematography, I chose Riverside Code at Qingming Festival. But Riverside honestly took my breath away. Just the amount of background actors that they paid for this is crazy. It definitely adds to that chaos. And look at that bridge with like the steam. Oh my gosh, cinematography at its finest. You really do have to watch this in motion, but from everything from the opening theme song to the ending theme song, everything is so well made. Blossom had me at the first episode, and their cinematography is so beautiful. I love the snowy, and the colors are just perfection. I've watched a lot of works by this director before, so I know everything is so intentional, and he's so good at it. He used to do like a lot of web series like A Familiar Stranger, Butterfly Lover, and I'm so happy he's getting the budget on this scale, and I'm sure he will continue to blossom in the future because of the popularity with this drama, and well deserved. Best couple for me goes to Are You the One and Blossom. These two are so similar in vibes. It's just this type of like married couple dynamic, and the everyday, how they care so much for each other. It's just so well portrayed in these dramas, and that's why I chose both of them. They're very similar because they really love each other, and it's portrayed in a very simplistic way, just from caring for the little things. And I love how in Are You the One, they just cherish the present, just like eating a meal together. They just look forward to that every day. The ins and outs, very relatable, very realistically portrayed. And Blossom had so many memorable scenes, even before they got together. But definitely after they got married, it was just full of sweetness, and it's very healthy. They support each other, so we love that for them. Then for most disappointing picks, I have actually 3 and much more. I do have like a top 10 worst dramas of the year coming up, but these are disappointing. They're not worst. They're just, I enjoyed half of it, and then the other half, they really fumbled. And while for like In Blossom and stuff, I could kind of forgive it, but I don't know. Kill Me, Love Me, Love in the Desert. I'm not going to spend too much time on them, but Love in the Desert, I was looking forward to because it has such a gorgeous like palette. It's set in the desert, really fast paced at first. I thought, oh, this is going to be something unique, but it got really boring and ended up making no sense. Then we got Kill Me, Love Me, iconic first like meeting, like one of the best enemies to lovers, like true enemies to lovers. Amazing acting from them. Gorgeous, but the writers messed up on this one. And it was unnecessary, which is why it lands here. Like, I'm okay with bad endings or open endings as long as there's like enough hints it makes sense, but like this one did not, in my opinion. As for Snowy Night, Timeless Love, starring Lee Chin and Joseph Jang Shen-shi, once again, great actors, nothing to do with them. It's just, come on, like I've seen so many wuxias fighting slow burn romances before, but this was so boring and I couldn't even get past like 5 episodes. Worst drama of the year, you already know it. Like if you're just even a casual watcher on my channel, you would know Fox Spirit Matchmaker takes first place. I have a whole rant video on it, so I'm not gonna go that deep into it, but essentially this was a money grab for sure. But Fox Spirit Matchmaker at least has better visuals than Love's Rebellion, which had probably the worst edited drama I've seen in like a big budget company production. Oh my goodness, Zhang Linghe and Jing Tian deserve so much better. Story, boring, typical, predictable, not worth it. For most improved actors of the year, I chose 3 actors, Ho Minghao, Lin Yi, and Tian Jiarui. These guys were the standout for me. I didn't really have any actresses. I felt like most of the actresses did fine. This year, I didn't see a lot of growth. And probably because they just have the same level. Doesn't mean they're bad. It's just these guys were the standout improved ones. Starting with Ho Minghao, he was phenomenal. Just look at that range of acting. He was on my radar since last year's I Am Nobody, but this year, oh my goodness, I think Fangs of Fortune is his best. The pain, the anger, everything. So well done. Tian Jiarui was phenomenal as well, and he only has like a couple dramas under his belt. Very young actor, quite new to the scene, but look at them in the same drama. He was not outplayed by Ho Minghao at all. They were on the same level in terms of like emotions. He has such a good range and he made it very natural. So props to him. He has a bright future ahead. Lin Yi from Angel Falls Sometimes. I did not complete this drama, but I watched a couple episodes, then put it on hold because I wasn't on the mood, but definitely gonna pick it back up. His acting is so good here. I did watch like the clips and stuff for the ending. He plays a terminally ill character. A great improvement compared to his other works. Top actors of the year, Jiang Wanyi, Tian Jiansi, and Wang Xingyue. They were both in Lost You Forever, which is when they shine the most. They are insane at portraying like the deeper emotions or like the darker emotions. So good. Jiang Wanyi, like I said before in Are You the One? He was so funny there and super light. He really pushes his all, like his crazed manic eyes and how unhinged he was in Lost You Forever was amazing. And Tan Jiansi also is on the same level. Wang Xingyue is without a doubt one of the youngest actors in the industry, and he's already doing so much. His charisma is unmatched. Just the energy from his character as Duke Su in The Double is like, it's everything. Top actresses of the year, we obviously have Wu Jinyan, who was also in The Double, but she killed it in that and Kill Me, Love Me. Yang Zi. Best Choice Ever is not her best work, but Lost You Forever definitely is. She's been really good, but I haven't seen her like this since Ashes of Love. And just the devastation, So good. Everyone in Lost You Forever really nails it. Wang Churan, she's great in Joy of Life 2, which I've seen 10 episodes of. She's just so lovely. And every drama she's in, consistent, she's just a natural as well. All of these actresses and actors I talked about act so effortlessly, and they really impressed me. Save for later list. So this is dramas that came out this year that I'm putting on hold because of some reasons. So first one, Joy of Life season 2. The reason is it was really, really good and I was gonna watch it all, but literally every time I had to go back watch season 1, and I knew what it's gonna happen with season 2. And whenever season 3 comes out, I'm gonna forget everything. There's so many new characters, so many. And I love all the politics, but it's so hard to remember. So it's best to watch 2 seasons back to back. Lovely Runner, the K-drama, super hyped. I missed the hype train and I didn't want to jump on it. And now it's just that special drama where it's going to be a pick-me-up whenever I'm like sick or I have a weekend off and there's nothing going on, like a slump. I usually leave like a 5-star or some dramas I think I'll really love. So this one is that. And the same goes for Angel Fall Sometimes. Really enjoyed what I've seen and I'm sure I'll like it. I'm just not in a crying, sad mood. Okay, the last few categories are mainly K-dramas. So first we have Best K-drama or K-drama of the year. My pick is obviously Queen of Tears. Everybody loves it and it's for a great reason. I love married couples or second chance romances in this way. It's written very well. It's definitely character-based than plot-based, which is the opposite of my other pick. But Kim Soo-hyun and Kim Ji-won both are actually some of my favorite actors. I've been following K-dramas way before I started C-dramas, like literally when I was 10. So we grew up in this type of household where we watch like Asian dramas, but I think his acting just gets better and better every single time. Then we got When the Phone Rings, which is why I said it's the opposite of Queen of Tears. This one I'm caught up to. It's not done, but I love it so much already. It has to be here. It is giving action. It's giving like vibes that are similar to, I guess, The Double in terms of like addiction. I'm so addicted and every single episode I need more. But obviously it's completely different. It's also married couples. So I think I really like that trend this year. They just hit different. But these two, I can't give it away. I don't know what to say. Just know there's like some almost thriller aspects in this one. It's really good. Highly recommend it. Great acting. Best non-romance K-drama, I chose Death Game Season 2. That aired at the beginning of the year, so I think it counts. And Pyramid Game, I think I have a thing for these death games, okay? Clearly. I really enjoy them. Pyramid Game is not as dark, but it's pretty dark. It's in a high school, all-girls setting. Definitely catty vibes there. So if you're not into like that type of drama and fights, I don't think you'll love it, but I mean, if you do like the thriller, like Death Game vibes, this has that. The female lead is really cool and strong, so there's that. And she kind of cheats her way through the system and tries to beat it, so we love an underdog. And like almost a morally gray character, but she's still rational. She still has kindness in her, but she's not afraid to cheat the system because it's kind of messed up to begin with. As for most disappointing K-drama, No Gain No Love takes the cake. I'm sorry. I love Shin Min-ah, but let's be real. The second they got married, I was like, now what? Like, why are we so focused on this second couple, which is her ex-boyfriend, by the way? So annoying. Why are they forced to be like friends because they're in the same company? And I didn't find the comedy funny at all. Please tell me I'm not the only one. Hidden gem K-drama picks is the Atypical Family and Night Flower. Atypical Family is on Netflix. You guys should watch it. It's a supernatural romance drama, but the setup is so interesting because female lead is from a scamming family and she's out here to scam the main lead's family, which is made up of supernatural powers. That's how they got their wealth. the mom can see the future, and because of their like habits, depression, like all these different things that are very real, they mess up and they can only use their power to like a certain degree. So there's a thriller element. You're like, oh no, when are they gonna get caught? Female lead is trying to scam them and make the male lead fall in love with her, and of course he does, but it's done so well. And every single character is morally wrong in some type of way. They all have like a redemption to them, and it's just really sweet seeing this journey. Really well done, very unique as well. And last but not least, we finally made it till the end. Favorite older drama that I've watched in 2024. These are Love You 7 Times and I Am Nobody. Both are Chinese dramas. First one is a costume drama where in the title it suggests they relive 7 lifetimes, fall in love, but this was super fun and I really enjoyed it. It was cute, light, fluffy, but has the right amounts of angst. So if you really liked Love Game and Eastern Fantasy, I think you'll enjoy this. And then we have I Am Nobody. This one was so much fun. It's very unique and it's very over the top. I would say give it a couple episodes. The style of this drama is very cartoony because it's based off of a game and it's so wacky. Like if you like wacky dramas, wacky things, you'll like this one. Action, comedy, friendship. This was when I really started to fall for Ho Ming Hao. I was like, oh, my eye is on him. He's doing something different for sure. Anyways, I hope you stayed all the way till the end. This one took so much time and effort. I was sick for weeks, so it took forever. Like it felt like forever, and editing it was a pain. But if you enjoyed it, then let me know if I should continue this type of awards show video next year. Like I said, I'll still do the top 10s in a different time. So probably those will come in early to mid January. Subscribe if you haven't already and look forward to a bunch of fun new videos. Happy holidays, happy new year. Hope you're all safe, happy, and happy drama watching. Let me know your top 3 dramas of the year in the comments below, and I'll see you guys in the next one.